Have you ever wondered if video games can be considered art? Imagine a world where a game like The Last of Us is placed alongside the works of Michelangelo and Shakespeare. Does it sound strange? Maybe not as much as it seems. The truth is that video games have evolved from simple entertainment to powerful forms of cultural expression, capable of telling deep stories and provoking intense reflections. Many still resist the idea that video games can be art, clinging to outdated notions that art is only painting, sculpture, or classical music. However, today's games have shown narrative, aesthetic, and emotional complexity that rivals any other form of art. So what truly defines art, and why are we so reluctant to accept that a game can be as impactful as a painting or a symphony? It's curious how for many years, video games were seen as mere pastimes, devoid of any cultural value. However, the inclusion of video games in the prestigious Museum of Modern Art in 2012 marked a significant turning point. Imagine a game like Tetris, with its simple shapes and engaging mechanics, displayed alongside masterpieces by Picasso and Van Gogh. This not only elevates the status of games, but also challenges the traditional perception of what art is. As we explore this shift, it's interesting to note how video games have started to be recognized for their complex narratives and innovative designs. Consider Journey, a game that not only offers a stunning visual experience, but also evokes a rare emotional depth. Thus, the academic and cultural acceptance of video games is slowly expanding. If they were once seen as ephemeral products of technology, they are now recognized for their lasting value and cultural impact. This recognition opens doors for deeper debates about the role of games in our society and how they can be used to tell powerful stories and provoke reflections. It's impressive to realize that today, over 3 billion people around the world are video game players. This astronomical number translates into an industry that generates more revenue than the film and music industries combined. The video game economy is also reflected in the rise of esports competitions, where professional players compete for millions in prizes. Events like the International for Dota 2 or the World Championship for League of Legends attract audiences that rival major traditional sports events. This shows how video games have established themselves not just as a form of entertainment, but as a global economic phenomenon. As the gaming economy continues to grow, it's also important to understand how they are viewed from an academic and cultural perspective, an aspect that deserves deeper analysis. Many scholars argue that video games are often seen merely as technological products, not cultural ones. This viewpoint limits the acceptance of games as legitimate forms of art. However, this perspective does not account for how technological advancements can drive artistic innovations. A practical example is The Last of Us, where cutting-edge technology enables an immersive and emotional cinematic narrative, something that could be compared to major Hollywood films. Moreover, the narrow view of games as mere technological products ignores the cultural impact and powerful stories they can tell. Consider BioShock, a game that uses its dystopian setting and mechanics to explore complex themes such as objectivism and free will. Ignoring the cultural value of such works is missing a significant part of the contemporary artistic landscape. Therefore, it's crucial that scholars and critics recognize the potential of games to innovate and challenge our cultural perceptions. In the contemporary context, games are a powerful tool for addressing social and educational issues. Games like That Dragon Cancer tackles themes of loss and grief, offering a way to explore and understand complex emotions. Therefore, by recognizing the long history of games in society, we can better appreciate their potential to impact our lives in profound and meaningful ways. And as we observe influential artistic movements, we see how games intertwine with other forms of art and culture. Today, video games are increasingly seen as legitimate cultural artifacts, capable of conveying aesthetic, narrative, emotional, and ethical meanings. Games like The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild not only offer stunning landscapes and engaging exploration, but also tell deep stories that resonate with players on an emotional level. This demonstrates how games have evolved to be a sophisticated form of art, comparable to cinema and literature. The ability of video games to address ethical and moral issues also contributes to their modern perception as significant forms of art. Titles like Papers, Please place players in complex situations where they must make difficult moral decisions, fostering empathy and ethical reflection. These interactive experiences allow players to explore important social themes in an immersive and personal way, something few other media can achieve with the same effectiveness. The aesthetics of video games have also been receiving growing recognition. Games like Grizz and Hollow Knight are praised for their artistic visuals and emotional soundtracks, creating a complete audio-visual experience that captivates the senses. In this way, modern video games are not just entertainment, but also works of art that offers a rich tapestry of emotional and intellectual experiences. With this evolution, we continue to see the importance of games in contemporary culture and recognize their intrinsic value. Think of the numerous possibilities that video games offer to explore complex and exciting themes. What games have you played that really moved you, and which ones would you like to explore now, knowing their artistic potential? It's time to change our perspective on what art is and embrace new forms of expression. How about starting a discussion about this with your friends, or even seeking out games that challenge your ideas about narrative and aesthetics? If you enjoyed this content, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to continue learning about this and other fascinating topics. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. See you next time.